What's happening, people? Let's get linked up here. So there we are.
There we go.
Boy,
Man,
what a Monday it has been, huh?
It's Tuesday.
It is Tuesday. God, you're right.
That
it
is
Tuesday.
that is apt for today. It's a Tuesday, but
Yep.
it feels like a Monday.
I've got too many drinks going on here.
All water too.
It's
Weird. It's unsettling actually. No, yeah, as Brad just said, it is a Tuesday that feels like a Monday. But guys, we got some awesome books for you here this week.
Tomorrow's Wednesday, free comic
I
or
know.
new comic book day. I always want to call it.
I always call Free Comic Book Day. I did it in an email like 3 times.
Did you? That's
yeah.
funny.
Ryan's like, "What are you doing?" It was so funny.
Oh yeah.
Oh man. So yeah. So where should we even start? Because we got a signing coming up on July 19th. That's a Friday. It's gonna be the first time we've done a Friday signing.
Yeah.
We're gonna have Jason Flowers and Deegan Pooch Kors here doing it with their store
Amazing,
exclusives.
guys.
They're fantastic. So you want to be here for that. That should be a CGC event. I'm getting that cleared right now, but you know how CGC is. Troublesome.
Gotta wait on them.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're super excited
yeah.
about that. I'm excited to see
July
Jason again.
20th is going to be, we're going to have Carissa Grant. She's a local author. We're going to have her here. We're all about supporting local talent, as you all know.
Absolutely.
But yeah, then what else is going on? This week's shipment might be a little weird just for subscribers. FYI, almost all of Diamond was damaged. A lot of Gun Honey, Cult of Lamb, a lot of stuff was damaged. A lot of it's still readable. But you'll be getting those at cost. We've been trying to get standard replacement, and if you have been a comic book reader for anything more than 3 years, you know how hard that is.
Yep, you know how that goes. It could be next week. It could show up tomorrow.
Oh no, they've
It could be in a
already
month.
told me to pound sand on a few books. They're like, you're not getting these. Sorry. Like, okay, great, thank you. Loyal customer for years, whatever.
Yeah.
But that's it's the fun part of running a business. But yeah, some cool stuff. We have a new partnership.
Yes.
We are now carrying Gorilla collectible supplies, bags and boards.
These things are amazing.
They're
I have
so
been
cool.
giving Grant shit about our modern bag and board situations. I mean, there's nothing you can do about it, so it's not his fault. I'm sorry.
They still blame me for it though. They blame me for everything.
I just hate how there's so much air.
There is.
in
They really no. You're wrong. Not wrong. These are
These
fantastic.
are amazing.
What happened was, not to crap on a certain distributor that's already mentioned in the show once before, we kept ordering modern bags. They kept sending us the wrong ones, and you can't
Magazines,
do that.
right?
Exactly, magazines. What am I going to do with those, right? So I went ahead and called my buddy. The guy who runs this company is also named Grant, and I know what you're thinking. It is not me in a wig. So, but if you ever see a guy named Grant Incognito, that is me. We met him through our friendship with Comic Mint, Matt Wilson. This is what Comic Mint uses. So let's go into shows and bring artists here. It's how we kind of keep all the things wheels greased and all that. So yeah.
A couple of messages for you, Grant.
What's up?
Jordan Copeland wants to know if you got his text the other day.
I think I did.
He thinks.
All right, go
Worry
on.
about that later.
Exactly.
And then, hey Grant, thanks for the Scotty Young signed Predator cover.
Of course.
You got it.
Always, always.
Hello from Scotland. I'm excited to get back into the pools to read. I need that new X-Men. We gonna get to it. And we got some variants for it too.
We
don't
do indeed,
I haven't seen the
yes.
variants. I just read it probably about 15 minutes ago, and I am somebody that unfortunately did not read the Krakoa age stuff.
A lot of people were. Yeah, it was too much.
It was. I wanted to get in on House and Powers. It just got away from me.
Yeah.
And then before I was trying to gear up to get there, it was just so much that
if you didn't read
I was
Krakoa
very
before
afraid to jump
X of Swords, was it? Yeah, if you didn't read it before that, you were hopelessly lost.
Sure.
It got so good, convoluted. There's some great stories to be told in Krakoa.
Oh, absolutely.
You should definitely go back
wanna read it.
forensically and read some of
100%.
it. But it's our Age of Apocalypse. What can I say?
Mhm.
But guys, this new X-Men book, it reads like a superhero
It's
book. And let's just say Jen McKay must have been a fan of X-Men 97 because the dialogue slaps.
Oh yeah, it's great.
It's great.
I love it.
Without further ado, I guess we'll dive on into new releases.
Let's go ahead and get into it.
Brad, do you want to kick us off here? Is there anything you want to talk about?
Let's see. I read X-Men. I read this, and then I read Silver Surfer.
Let's talk about Silver Surfer. Where's Silver Surfer?
I don't think I put it in there. The Silver Surfer, giant size. I've got one. I think I put it up there. Sorry, I didn't bring it. I didn't think we were going to talk about it. But the giant size Silver Surfer is awesome. It's him kind of dealing with Terrax and him being the Herald of Galactus. Who's worthy? I'm not going to try to spoil anything.
Of
but
course,
it's
you don't
always
wanna do
Silver Surfer. It's always going to be Silver
Always
Surfer.
Silver Surfer.
And then I also read Incredible Hulk Blood Hunt one shot #1. I liked it enough, but if you are just picking it up because it's a tie-in to Blood Hunt, you don't need it. It brings nothing to the story that'll further the story.
There's always one in the crossover
Exactly.
events. Yeah.
If you're a Hulk fan and you just want to read it just because you like the series, Blood Hunt and the tie-in so far, 100%, it's awesome. But it does not further the plot so far, as far as I saw. And it's just a one shot, so.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, pick it up if you're a Hulk fan.
King of Black had a Hulk one shot that was cool, but it brought nothing to
Brought
King
nothing
of
to
Black.
the game.
Wasn't he like stuck in a toy store?
I
remember it was
if I
something
read it.
loopy. It was something like that, and it was crazy weird. And also there was Iron Man and Doctor Doom team up with Santa. That happened in King of Black.
Yeah, Steven, we got you. Yeah.
Yeah.
We got one in.
Word. My favorite time for Blood Hunt was Union Jack. I always love Union Jack. He's a fun character, and what they did with this character, fighting vampires, is awesome.
Yeah, the Werewolf by Night one was fun too.
Oh, heck yeah, and that leads into the new Werewolf by Night series that came out later this year. But more books for this week. We have Absolute Power tie-in, speaking of tie-ins, Task Force 7. This is a Shazam book. It's dealing with the Shazam family, dealing with Waller's evil Task Force cyborg. And it also kind of shows there's a backup story playing into the background dynamics of what Waller's doing with all these government agencies. Because Amanda Waller isn't the only government person. You have Stephen Trevor, you have Sergeant Steele, you have a lot of really cool characters that deal with Task Force X and all that. So this is a tie-in, continuing on Absolute Power. If you're reading that and you want to see some more stuff, this is for you. If not, don't sweat it. That was a big-ass paragraph. I can see
Well,
it.
yeah. Jonathan, the tie-ins and stuff like that, I don't know. It's, if you're not that invested in I guess there is a whole story condensed in those 4 issues. You know, you're going to be able to read those 4 issues and it'll be just fine. You can follow it. The tie-ins, yes, I agree. They become a bit much. I kind of gave up on tie-ins a while ago, unless I like that character.
There's always like that one series that's kind of unique, you know, like my favorite was actually Final Crisis, Legion of Three Worlds. That was a crazy cool tie-in, had nothing to do with Final Crisis, but it was an awesome story. Moving forward, we have, for our Star Wars fans out there, Ahsoka! Ahsoka #1 is out, written by Rodney Barnes, drawn by Georges Genti. We still have a couple of his remarks from Heroes Con left, by the way. I think I got one left, actually.
Oh, yeah.
George is a good friend of our store. We've known for years. Rodney Barnes is a new friend of our store. We got to meet him at Heroes Con. Jasmine is a huge fan of his from all his work on Boondocks and, of course, Philadelphia. I love Philadelphia. I think it's one of the best horror books out there. But he's done a great job. Yes, here's the deal. This is an adaptation of the TV show. You know, you are not getting an original Ahsoka story.
Just like The Mandalorian.
Just like The Mandalorian. However, you know, I remember Ari Salvatore did a novelization of Star Wars Episode 2. Yes, it is Star Wars Episode 2, but they were able to flesh out a lot more story in that. And that was the first time as a kid I realized, some adaptations can add more to the story. And I know Rodney Barnes could be one of those people. That being said, it's still based off the show. So, you know, if you've seen the show... But, I mean, hey, I'll read it too, you know, I like it. Ahsoka was a great show. My favorite Star Wars show right now, so.
I still haven't watched it.
My God, man!
I know.
I play it in the shop all the time.
I'm not in the shop anymore. I'm over here freezing my ass off.
And we're all much better for
it. You're not wrong.
Yes. There's certain people.
This is where I need to be. Let's be honest.
We just have some food over here every now and then.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like, all right, here's a stick.
This is
go
where
poke 'em.
I need to be. Finn, I could not agree more. I'm more of a DC fan when it comes to it, but the Marvel Universe, or the Ultimate Universe, is killing it.
It is awesome. So much so that DC is putting out their own Ultimate Universe called Absolute.
That's right.
There's going to be ash cans at San Diego Comic Con, so yes, Brad's probably going to try and find one for himself.
This guy. Oh, I'm definitely.
I've also I've put out a few feelers, but yeah, there'll be that's coming soon, and they're going to be announcing that. We'll be talking about that for a while.
Yeah.
It's going to be great.
They're going to make a big.
Speaking of things we don't always like, I'm not the biggest like Venomverse fan. You know those Venomverse stuff, but this character popped up, Kid Venom. He's got his ongoing now. I mean, that's a popular character. It's a cool character. The interiors are fantastic. So even if you haven't read the Venomverse stuff, give this a try. You know, it might suit your fancy. It seems kind of cool.
Who's the artist?
Shoot, it's a Japanese name. I can't remember. Should say on the back. Oh, that's John Tyler Christopher, but it's a negative space variant.
If you want that negative space variant, we got it.
Native space variants are awesome. Yeah, that's John Todd Christopher that's doing that. But
Oh, we got Sticky Goose in the house.
hey, Sticky Goose, how's it
What's
going?
happening, guys?
Awesome. We don't always talk about number 2 issues when we do this, but I really like this, so we're going to. Batman Gotham by Gaslight, the Kryptonian Age number 2 is out. Number 1 sold like crazy.
Yeah,
you guys loved it. If you haven't watched the animated movie, I do recommend it.
It's great.
It does actually improve on the source material a little bit, and you can't always say that. So yeah, that is out tomorrow, the new Batman Gotham by Gaslight. Keeping the trend of additional issues out, Ain't No Grave number 3 is out tomorrow. We do have a 1 in 25 Scotty Young variant for this. Not signed, of course, but you know, it is out. But Ain't No Grave number 3 comes out tomorrow. If you're not reading this, you are missing out. We sell out of this every week. It is such a cool book.
I like the DC. Or are you talking about? Sorry, I was
Yeah.
talking about the DC stuff.
Oh, it's great. No, DC's got some killer stuff coming out right now.
Um,
Kryptonian Age is awesome.
Jordan, yeah, we got that Kid Venom negative space variant.
You got Jordan.
It's
Speaking
coming.
of cool DC, this is really cool.
Oh, I'm excited, but also kind of nervous to read this
It's
one.
weird,
I
yeah.
brought it over here. I haven't read it yet.
Okay, so this is kind of cool. You guys remember earlier this year, they came out with the facsimile of What If Robin Had Lived, redoing the famous Vote for Robin if you live or die or whatever. You know, back when McKay was in college, fans could mail in to decide whether or not Robin lived or died. They chose to kill off Jason Todd because at the time, no one liked him. Now, he's everyone's favorite. It's great.
Everybody loves that Red Hood.
Everyone loves that Red Hood. He is sexy as hell.
He is.
But, so back in the day, yeah, Joker killed off Robin because the fans said so. Earlier this year, though, of course, because comics, you can't just make it overnight. They had to write a version where he lived. So they put that out, which is really kind of cool.
Something I'm sure nobody asked for. But
It's
they
true.
decided to do it.
But, you know, that is kind of cool. DC has been using the facsimiles correctly to give people the opportunity to read stories they can't read.
I do agree with
Yeah,
that.
Marvel's been putting out, oh, this came out 2 years ago. Here's a facsimile. That's not how it works.
Which, I've got
You should tell them it's hilarious. It's fucking hilarious.
an insane story. Well, go ahead and do it.
Yeah, we'll finish this and we'll tell the story. It's funny. It's how we kind of messed up on something. But anyways, so again, because you can't make comics overnight, they had to have an idea of what's going to happen if Robin had lived. So this is based off the original story notes as if Robin had lived. They're completing a mini-series, a dark what-if tale, basically. And we have an awesome Mignola B cover. Love Mike Mignola, of course. But this actually means a lot because Mike Mignola was the original cover artist of the original what if, you know, well, Robin Lives or Dies. What was it called? I can't remember. But
Death in the Family?
Death in the Family, that's it. I should remember that. It's been a long day.
Man.
Say it again, it's Monday.
What a Monday it's been.
What a Monday it's been. So it's really cool that Mike Mignola got to come back and do a variant cover, his style, for this book because his original style changed quite a lot. So that is out tomorrow if you want to know what would happen if Jason Todd had lived when the Joker first tried to kill him. And let me tell you, it's dark.
I'm going to read it for sure. But real quick, we'll get to this because I see somebody's asking about facsimile. Is it a facsimile or a reprint with the alternate? So the other one was technically, I guess, a facsimile with an altered ending?
It's a facsimile with what, I mean, because they probably had print some, I guess. But yeah, it's a facsimile with an altered ending, yes. It is a little different. It is a little different than an old facsimile.
But this one is a whole new story. It's just taking on if he had lived. It's, I guess, a direct sequel to
It's a direct sequel,
that
yeah.
issue that came out.
So this is actually just a brand new comic. It's not a reprint or a facsimile.
It's just an altered storyline.
It is.
That's all it is.
It's just fucking cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, quick story real quick.
ahead.
Talking about facsimiles. I was at McKay's the other day, and I was going through their 50 cent bin. I pull out a Marvel Now .1, which is the first appearance of Kamala Khan.
Correct.
Had 40 cents on it, and I thought, damn, that's a steal. I'm going to grab it. I went home, started looking it up, blah, blah, blah. Come to find out that it was the facsimile that came out about a year or so ago. And
Year and a
guys,
half, I
it
think.
looks the exact same.
It does.
Everything is the exact same. The only way you can tell, well, the only way I could tell at first was I looked at it and I was like, oh, that's a newsstand. It doesn't say direct anywhere. So I looked that up. They never made newsstands of that.
Exactly.
So
Oh,
I got to look
Marvel Point One only came out like what 7 or 8 years ago.
I think it came out like 2014, I think.
10 years ago.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was right around that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Marvel
Exactly.
Now started, I think, in 2015.
Like it's not an old book. It's a
not
new book.
old.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the same thing with the facsimile for Ultimate Fallout. But, so it had a $7.99 price point on it. So if you ever see anything like that, be sure to look at that barcode and make sure that it has direct on it, because they never made a new stand, and it is $4.99. And I came in the next day, saw that we had one on the wall.
Yep.
And guess what it was?
Yep.
It was that reprint.
Yep. Yeah, mistakes happen,
Damn.
guys. You know, so if you ever get embarrassed, oh man, I got this mixed up, we've done it too.
It happened to me,
It
but
happened.
luckily I only spent 40 cents.
Exactly.
But
And
still,
luckily-
I thought I had a...
And more
Home run.
luckily, no one spent $30 on it on our wall.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
This is from Jim Rugg. This is a mini comic that he publishes, and hopefully we're going to be having some in the store soon. Have we reached back out?
No, I need to reach back out to him,
Okay.
but we will be
Yeah.
carrying his stuff.
Yeah,
Yes.
we've got some Jim Rugg books that I picked up at Heroes.
Yep,
So
we'll be
these are mine.
carrying those shortly. Yeah.
I was letting Grant look through them to see if he
They
was
are
interested.
awesome. Yes, we'll be carrying. We love carrying weird shit like that. So.
We have got another question. Would you rather be a werewolf or a vampire? I think I'm
Werewolf.
gonna go werewolf.
Werewolf, yeah, 'cause you're still technically alive.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go werewolf.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Moving on, we have a second print of Doom #1, and I said that way too casually. If you missed
This
Doom
is a big
#1,
deal.
this is a big deal.
This is a big
This
deal.
book went insane. He
Mhm.
was selling $200 remarks at Heroes Con.
Really?
Now that these
Of
are
Doom
special
Doom?
remarks. Yeah, Sanford was.
Yeah,
Yeah. It had he had sprayed them with a sealant and everything too. Sanford Green is
That's
an
cool.
artist. I mean, an artist. So this book is amazing. It is out tomorrow. If you missed it, you want to read it. It's a second print. I don't know if this will stay cover price. This is pure speculation. The last book should not have popped. It did. This one might do the same. You never know.
It might do the same.
It might do the same. We'll of course do our usual rules. We keep it at cover price for subscribers for 3 days. It's cover price day 1. Half of that of market day 2, half of market day 3, full market on Saturday.
Give 'em a run
You know how it
through.
goes. Speaking of facsimiles, this one kind of does need to exist. We have a Deadpool 1 facsimile of Deadpool's first ongoing series, not the Circle Chase. This is an ongoing. We have a regular and foil out from Marvel as well. Now we have 2 more series to talk about before we get into those awesome variants.
Let's get into it.
This is kind of cool. It's Action Comics 1067, and you may be wondering, why is that a thing? Well, it's written by Gail Simone. It's a mini series that Action Comics is doing, an arc. I'm sorry, it's just an arc that Gail Simone is writing. It's always fun when Gail Simone writes DC and Marvel. She's amazing. All we can say. But
Gotcha, Steven.
as we were saying earlier, X-Men #1, we have the A cover. We have J. Scott Campbell. We have a few Scotty Youngs left. They're actually getting into some boxes right now, so we weren't sure if we're having extras. We have a Tony S. Daniel variant still available, a logo variant still available. So there'll be a couple covers out on the shelf tomorrow for you guys to check out. But the main covers we have, of course, is the A cover and the J. Scott Campbell cover, which is awesome. This book is a superhero book. It's great. Ryan Stegman, the guy who teamed up with Donny Cates to change Venom, he's the one doing the artwork for this. He puts an amazing X-Men Easter egg, a little ways in there. It was awesome. But yeah, the way his art style is just what X-Men needed to kind of give you that. It's I'm trying to think of a good example. I'd say
Breath of fresh air.
I guess breath of fresh air. I was supposed to sound like jumping in a cold creek or something. It's new. Just shocks your system. It's new.
Oh,
it's
I
different,
see what you're saying. Okay.
Exactly.
I get what you're
So the new X-Men book, it's fantastic. I'm very excited.
like a fresh cigarette in the morning.
I don't
kidding.
know. Yes, that's great. McKay and I were really arguing over how great this book was. He's like, it's all right. I'm like, are you effing kidding me? It's amazing. And
He wasn't all right about it?
he was like, oh, it's all right. I was like, okay, I was like, yeah, it was it was funny. If you come in tomorrow, you'll hear me and McKay argue about it a lot. So if you ever want to see what that looks like, it's fun.
Steven, do you want the foil or just the regular Deadpool? They're same price, right?
Yeah, they're the same price. Yeah, just let us know.
Just let us know which one you want.
Yeah. Huh. Untypical Marvel making it the same price. Funny, right? All right. We're going to start with the ratio variance before we dive into this.
I can't believe we didn't just bring this one over to talk about.
We can't because law damages.
I mean, we can still talk about
We
it.
can still talk about it, and we will talk about it. But before we start our ratio variants, for those of you that don't know, if you're a subscriber, say you want this variant in your box, we'll put it in your box. These are limited, of course, while supplies last. The prices we'll be discussing tonight are not going to be the prices they are tomorrow. Those prices are only valid till midnight tonight. If you are not a subscriber, claim it. Immediately message us your PayPal information on both Facebook, Instagram, or email. We'll send you an invoice within 24 hours. After 48 hours, all claims are void. So
And yes, Gail Simone is writing the new Uncanny.
yes, and we can't wait for it. It's gonna be amazing. But yeah, we're going to start off. We have a TMNT 4th anniversary celebration. We didn't talk about earlier because, again, we have a lot of damages with this book. We are working on resolving that issue. This is the 1 in 10 Escorza variant. Escorza was the artist on Last Ronin, and of course, the 1 in 10 variant reflects that. This book is $9.99 due to the scarcity. Not much of a price break on that, I know, but hey, can't win them all, right?
Yeah. And it looked like the cover A, from what I can tell, is Eastman and Laird collaborative cover, and
yes.
I don't know the last time that they've done that.
It's been a while. The last time they did that was actually TMNT Usagi. It was Winware number 4.
Look at this guy.
Yeah, I know, right? It was a big deal. It's been a big deal. They also had one other Mirage guy was the colorist. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but he's a big deal too. So it's actually 3 big original Mirage artists.
Huh? No, it's not Bisley.
No, it's what's his face? Shellback Artworks does it. That's his company. I can't remember his name now. I'll remember it later.
When we're not
live. Here. Exactly. We have a 125 Russell Dodderman variant for Amazing Spider-Man. It is $14.99 if you're interested. Russell Dodderman always does the multiple characters. He's great at drawing the multiple bodies and variants of different characters on there, so that is really cool. This next one I'm really excited about. What's up?
What's the JSC?
John Talkers for a bit. So we got up next. This is kind of cool. McKay had to tell me about this one. Is a 1 in 50 Gabriel Dell'Otto. This is a little unnerving, actually. And you can get this. No, it's just all the Sinister Six. But yeah, this is a Gabriel Dell'Otto cover. But if you look at it and blink twice, you think you're looking at an Alex Ross cover. So it's a little disconcerting. McKay postulated that this book might actually see a lot more demand because of the Alex Ross similarities, and he was correct.
Oh, really?
We had a lot more significant pulls on that cover. So yeah, if you're looking for something that might stir a little, sort of pot a little bit in the artist world, this is that book. It's kind of like, that... you bring that one girlfriend your aunt hates to the cookout, I don't know. I'm not doing great on metaphors.
No, you're
tonight.
doing fantastic.
Okay.
You are knocking it out of the park, man.
Thank you. I needed that today.
There we go. Sorry, guys.
Sweet. We're back. Okay, cool.
I don't know what happened there.
It happens, shitty internet. Mouse changing through the wire.
Something like that.
Gremlins. I don't know. Where were we? I've completely lost the plot. Okay, Gabriel Dell'Otto. Yeah, that's his kind of his main thing is doing the connecting stuff. Yeah. But he does some of the coolest covers ever.
Yeah, he does.
We have an Ain't No Grave, number 3, 1 in 25, Scotty Young. These are significantly priced for some reason. I think the first one actually had a big reprint issue. We have number 1 signed. This one's actually $50, believe it or not. But it is a 125 Scotty Young ratio variant for $50 for his series Ain't No Grave.
The Sinister Six one is $40.
35 actually.
35.
$35. $35.
And again, we can ship to you.
We can indeed. This is cool. I love Terry Dodson. We have a 125 Terry Dodson.
That is cool.
Ultimates 2. Ultimates 2 is out tomorrow. And yes, I did forget to bring that over. Bad me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know, right? But it's also really cool.
Mm.
Devil's going to get out in 6 months. Ultimate's trying to stop it. It is weird. It's kind of like Avengers meets The Boys.
Sure, yeah.
It's big time Avengers meets The Boys. This is like that old Ultimate shit where, a lot of people die. So, but yeah, we have this 125 Terry Dodson cover for $14.99 if you're interested.
Tom is asking, why is hype so low on X-Men number 1? Do you feel like the hype is low? Do you feel like some people are disappointed that the Krakoa age is over?
I think it's more they're trepidatious.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of people are kind of, weary because, I think the last time they did it...
It's been a long time since we got an X-Men number 1.
It's been a long time. And before that, X-Men was really rudderless.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of people are scared of that right now. Honestly, though, we've noticed from our pre-orders, or pre-polls, I should say, Uncanny X-Men is actually higher than X-Men 1
Sure,
right now.
sure. I can see
and
that. People are going to flock to Uncanny no matter
exactly.
what.
Used to Astonishing X-Men was more popular than Uncanny, So I think it's just they're more excited for... I honestly think it's because they're more excited for Uncanny X-Men.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's going to be like on the other titles. But I think too, it's exciting, but it's also very scary. What if it sucks? Do we want X-Men Blue mixed with Venom again? That was what was that?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't like that. So I think that's mostly just it that people are just kind of nervous about it. But If you liked X-Men 97, this kind of feels like that. I'll
It
be
really
honest.
does.
It really does. I think you'll be very pleasantly surprised. I think that while hype is low today, I think by Thursday you're not going to be able to find it in any store.
You're probably right.
Yeah, that's what I think is going to happen.
What else was I going to ask? So we're getting X Factor, New Mutants, X-Men, Uncanny,
Extraordinary.
Extraordinaries. What is that?
Emma Frost's X-Men team.
Okay.
Yeah. NYX. Featuring,
That's right, NYX.
That one looks cool. Laura Kinney and Kamala Khan and all them in New York. That's perfect.
Yeah.
X Factor. We said X Factor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of titles.
Not
all of them will last. That
Yeah,
happens every
exactly.
time.
So.
I'm excited for X-Force. Like Forge.
I am too, for
Because
sure.
we're all about Forge. I love Forge.
But all of these are not. They haven't come out and said if they're mini or ongoing.
No, what's going to happen? You're going to see a lot of X-Men series come out as ongoing, and a lot of them will end very quickly.
Sure.
This will happen at the beginning of Dawn of X. Or
Yeah. I wish they would just come out with minis first. Let us test the waters on like 4 good issues, 4
Exactly.
5, whatever.
Yeah.
And then go from there. Just see how the teams.
We'll see.
But we'll see. I don't run Marvel, so.
Exactly. We have up next. We have a 125 TV variant for Ahsoka. This is $14.99 if you're interested. It's just a cool, awesome shot from the TV show. We have a 1 in 25 Ben Oliver Action Comics variant for $14.99. Just classic, good old Superman. Can't go wrong there.
Cannot.
You may see a lot of variants swapped out with DC in the near future for ratio variants because one of their biggest artists is Persona non grata now for obvious reasons. AI
gave him
sucks,
the
by the
boot.
way. Yep. This is kind of cool. We have a 1 in 25 Chuma Hill variant for Green Lantern number 13. It is $14.99 if you're interested. Rounding out our DC variants. We have one more DC variant before we conclude and go into Transformers. We have a 125 Edgeker variant for Batman Gotham by Gaslight featuring Talia al Ghul. Lots of fun. That is $14.99 if you're interested.
Very nice.
Price valid till end of day. All right.
Does Talia show up in?
End of the first issue, yes.
Okay.
Spoilers, sorry.
I didn't read it.
Oh, I have 2 of these over here. How'd that happen? Weird.
I've noted.
Oh, I know why. That's cool. All right. We have Transformers number 10 is out tomorrow as well, by the way. Of course, if you read Transformers, still the same thing. New character, first appearance. Shows how most of the Transformers universe came to be on Earth and raises the stakes considerably by the end of the issue. Transformers shows no sign of slowing down. We have the 1 in 25 for $14.99 and a 1 in 50 for $30, featuring some of our favorite villainous Shockwave Transformer. I don't know. Transformers is awesome. If you haven't read it, it's great.
Good looking stuff.
Yes. Last but not least, we have for $100. We do have the 1/100 J. Scott Campbell variant for X-Men, which is awesome. That's a Virgin variant of J. Scott Campbell. That's $100 if you're interested. We only have 1 left.
How many did we get?
2. We had 200. Oh yeah, we go big on X-Men or for new number ones. But if Brad doesn't buy it first, it is $100. Of course, I thought you didn't like J. Scott Campbell.
I don't.
He does.
I mean, I like him. He's just not my favorite.
He'll never forgive him for not making more Gen 13. What you have read Gen 13? That's some wild shit right there.
I would like to read Gen 13.
It's 90s. But yeah, guys, that's what all is coming out. That's what we got coming out tomorrow. X-Men number 1, big launch. Transformers continues. Absolute Power. Amazing Spider-Man. We've got a lot of stuff going on. Not as many indie books this week that we didn't get to talk about quite as much, but there's always that kind of off week, so we'll probably have more the following.
Absolutely.
Get
those Turtles books.
Exactly.
That's the big one for me tomorrow.
Oh, I can't wait.
I know.
Do we have any other thing going on right now? Or?
No. If you haven't yet, go follow us on Whatnot. In the description down below, there's a link. If you sign up, it'll automatically follow us, and you will get $15, I believe, credit for you to spend however you'd like.
Exactly.
So go check us out over there. I'll have a show coming up tomorrow, and then Grant and I will have a show on Friday. And then I've actually got one on Thursday also, and then I'll have one on Sunday.
Man.
So go over there, check it out. We've been having a good time. People are getting good deals
They are
and
indeed.
having a blast. We also do a local pickup, so you don't have to worry about shipping.
Yes.
Other than that, no. We've got San Diego coming up. That's in a few weeks.
That's coming up in a few weeks. We're shipping Brad and McKay by freight to
Yes.
San Diego. I'm kidding. That would be wrong. But yeah,
Awesome.
got that coming up. And
Ship us like dogs.
Right. But yeah, I think that's about it.
That's about it, guys.
Yeah. New comics come out tomorrow. Make sure you don't take them for granted.
Yeah.
Yep, it's
Damn
gonna be a thing. It's gonna be a thing
I love it.
every week.
All right, guys. Well, thank you all so much for joining us. We had a bunch of people in here today.
Fun
We're gonna
stuff.
ship them. I guess we'll see you all tomorrow.
Yeah.
Have a
sounds
good one, guys. Now I'm gonna walk over here again.
It's always
It's
awkward.
gonna be super awkward, but I'm gonna try to get it done with quick. Have a good night, guys.